Welcome to the In Her Image podcast. I'm your host, Andrea John. This is season 4, Formed, Becoming Who God Made You to Be. In this season, I get to sit down with incredible women for honest, weekly conversations as we explore the character traits of the Proverbs 31 woman. Pull up a chair and join the conversation. Welcome to the In Her Image podcast. I am your host, Andrea John, and I'm thankful that you're here because you are starting at the beginning. This is the season 4 introduction, and I want to take a few minutes to share the heart behind the season and give you a clear picture of what you can expect before we begin. Because season 4 isn't just a continuation, it's a little bit of a shift in posture. We are calling it Formed, Becoming Who God Made You to Be. That word formed matters. This season is not about striving to become someone new. It's not about fixing everything that feels unfinished or broken. It's about formation, how character is shaped over time through lived experience, relationship, and grace. Over the years, I've met so many incredible women. Man, I wish you could be friends with all of my friends because they are incredible. These are women who carry a grace for specific character traits. Not because they're perfect at it, not because they've mastered it, but because I've seen them live it. They've learned through real life, through challenges, and through faith being worked out in everyday moments. And I realized something. Most of us, we don't need more instructions. We need shared wisdom. That's why I always say we all have gold nuggets of wisdom to share. We need honest conversations. We need to hear what these traits look like when they're actually lived out so we can make sense of it all. That's where this season was born. Season 4 is built around real, authentic conversations. So these are not teachings and they're not even interviews. They're just conversation. Each episode centers on one character trait found in Proverbs 31, and we'll be going through them like we do in the devotional. But instead of breaking it down as some sort of checklist or to-do, we're going to explore it through conversation. What it looks like in real life, how it's formed over time, and what we've learned along the way. Every woman joining me this season is someone that I personally know. These are women whose lives I can speak to, women whose character I trust, and women who carry lived wisdom in the area that we're talking about. We're not here to give polished answers. Frankly, none of us have polished answers. We're just here to talk honestly and authentically about growing, about the tensions within these traits, learning and becoming. We're doing this together. Most of the weeks, you're going to hear conversations with guests. And other weeks, they'll just be solo episodes, just me sharing my heart with you. But every episode will be rooted in the same heart. Formation over perfection. Wisdom shared through relationship. And space to grow without the pressure. Because we all have enough pressure and we don't need it here. I also want to say this. This season is not about becoming the, in quotes, ideal Proverbs 31 woman. Proverbs 31 is wisdom passed down. It's not a measuring stick. It's not something you have to live up to. It's an invitation into character, into maturity, into wholeness. And wisdom was always meant to be shared through relationship, not comparison. That's the posture of this season. I fully believe to my core that all of these character traits are already within you. We just have to help some of them come out. Some of them you're probably doing a great job at reflecting it. Some of them you just need to tweak a little bit here and there. And then I have quite a few that I really need to work on. But we're not here to compare, to do more, to to measure ourselves against anything. We are here to become more like Him and rest in that, because the reality is we are made in His image. As you listen through season 4, I want to invite you to listen differently. Don't ask, what do I need to fix? But ask, what is being formed in me right now? Listen with curiosity, not with pressure, not with judgment. Listen for resonance, not performance or what you need to do more of. You don't have to take on every trait at once. Formation is patient, it's layered, and it's deeply personal. If you walked with the book club through the month of January, by the end of the month, the goal is to identify 1 or 2 character traits you want to focus on throughout the year. This is something I have done for several years, and it has allowed me to accomplish goals that I would never have been able to accomplish had I not taken this approach to my life. When I become, when I am, everything flows out properly, the way that it should. So we're going to rest in who we are, because in that we are becoming more like Him. We begin this season with a very personal conversation. And episode 1 features both of my daughters as we talk honestly about parenting through the eyes of teens and the character trait of wise counsel. What it feels like from their perspective, what helps them feel supported, and how wisdom is best passed down through relationship. It really sets the tone for the entire season. It's honest, relational, and rooted in real life. Season 4 officially begins tomorrow, with new episodes releasing every Tuesday at 6 a.m. If you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to the podcast on your favorite app. Many of you faithfully come back every single week. I am so incredibly impressed by that. But subscribing is one of the most simplest ways to support the show and help these conversations reach more women. And if this podcast has been meaningful to you, consider sharing it with a friend or leaving a review to let other people know the impact it's had on you. Those small actions make a bigger difference than you might realize. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to grow, to listen, and to become alongside me, because I have to tell you that doing this with all of you incredible women has been the honor and privilege of a lifetime. Season 4 is about becoming, about wisdom lived out, about becoming who God already made you to be. So I can't wait. I will see you tomorrow.
We're learning her image by knowing His heart, made in His likeness. That's where we start. Who we are matters more than what we do. Becoming His image is shaping what's true. I am made in His image. I am made in His image. I am made in His